Welcome back to Crypto Future, guys. We have a late afternoon, early evening video here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Let's get into it here. We got some news, and I kind of want to touch on. There's a lot of comments, questions in the comments, and stuff like that that I'm going to get to at the end of the video because I like to always respond to you guys. Um, so we'll get into that. So first off, we'll start off with the market. This evening, we're looking at, so things have kind of turned around from this morning. Jasmine is up 2.5%. Caspa was down this morning 8%. It's up 2.2% now. So we've had the day kind of turn around a little bit here. What we got? Algo is up 1.1%. XRP up 1.3%. Quant down 0.5%. So Bitcoin is up 1.5%. So kind of a mixed bag. Mostly green this evening from this morning, though. Sure, my eyes itchy here. So let's get into the news here briefly. So we got breaking: the UK Parliament approves bill to regulate crypto as a financial activity, while the U.S. Pushes crypto industry out of the country, and other countries like UK, China, Russia all take full advantage of the situation, welcoming the crypto to build in their economies. So this is going to be one of the final nails in Gary's coffin here. This, like, if you think for one second that Congress doesn't see this, I mean, there's a lot of reports now that all of Gary's supporters, or most of Gary's supporters in Congress, have now been turning on him because of his adolescent and adversarial attitude, excuse me, towards what he's trying to do. I've told you guys before, he's not going to get fired, right? He's going to walk away. He's going to retire, but resign. He's going to resign. He's not going to risk them firing him. He has a political agenda in his career moving forward. By the way, if you vote for Gary, you're a moron moving forward, no matter what he does. But he has aspirations moving forward to get into politics. He's not going to risk being fired from the SEC. He's going to resign first. As soon as the pressure gets too hot, I think that he probably has a couple more things that he has to get done before he does. So he's probably trying to rush it all out there. So I wouldn't be shocked. I don't think he's going to get fired. He's going to resign. That's just my opinion, guys. Because the U.S. they're getting on board now. Like, look, BlackRock, Fidelity, now they're getting in with their ETFs and stuff like that. So those are probably one of the last few things that he has to do before he goes. It's probably on his agenda that he's been given from people like Elizabeth Warren to make sure that he gives BlackRock and Fidelity their ETFs ahead of everybody else and stuff like that, right? And then, yeah, then he'll probably take off. He'll probably resign, and then he'll disappear for a while, and then he'll start running for whatever it is, Congress or whatever it is he has planned next, right? Because he can forget. Right now, he can forget about the Treasury job. He blew that up a long time ago. Um, so we got more breaking news. Crypto exchange Crypto.com has some of its team members trading tokens for profit on their own exchange, according to Financial Times. I personally don't think that this is true. I've only seen one story about it so far, for one, and for two, I just don't think, with all the heat on the exchanges right now, I just don't think that the people over at Crypto.com are stupid enough to be doing stuff like this. While the regulators have been looking at all the exchanges with a magnifying glass, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense that they would be doing something shady right now. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it. This is kind of funny. I kind of wanted to mention this. This is an article from Bitcoin News. It says Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse stated Hinman received millions of dollars from his law firm, which was part of the alliance with others that had vested interest in his speech. Yeah, we were talking about that a year and a half ago, right? But this is how you know that, the apple is turning. This is how you know that we're going in the other direction. We have now pivoted, right? And we're starting to move towards positivity in the market, is because, look, at all of a sudden you're getting all these articles out saying things that they were ignoring when it came to XRP and the court case and the SEC and stuff like that. They were ignoring this stuff a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Now, oh, this is a front page headline for Bitcoin news. We've been talking about this for a year and a half. This is not new information to any of us, right? And so I find that funny, and I just kind of want to point out to you guys that that's how you start to know that we're pivoting and we're starting to move towards the bull market. Is now all of a sudden these companies are starting to get behind it. Before, 2 years ago, this was a conspiracy theory. Now it's front page news. Just saying, right? Another story here out of Hong Kong says Cyberport attracted 150 Web3 firms in the last year. That's insane. That is adoption, you guys. That's what I'm talking about. Hong Kong, China, Japan, the UK, so much bullish news. Like we're pivoting. We are pivoting, guys. So we got from Bitcoin News, and this kind of relates to a question, one of the questions that I'll touch on that was in the comments today of one of my videos, and they asked if there's with all of this bullish Jasmy news, as I'm looking, by the way, quick caveat, Jasmy's trending, just saying. With so much bullish news, why is the price not reflecting all of the bullish news when it comes to Jasmy? And this is a good question. It's a valid question. And there's multiple reasons. One is that, we're in an accumulation phase. We've kind of come out of the bear market, but we're now in that stale sideways accumulation phase, and we will be for the next probably 6 to 8 months before we start moving up as we gear towards the halving event, right? That's just the way that the 4-year cycle works. Not to mention the fact that Bitcoin right now has finally reached over 50% dominance, right? And so Bitcoin right now is sucking up all of the liquidity in the market, and as a result of that, altcoins are suffering. And it's not just Jasmy, it's all altcoins, right? So I say suffering, but for me it's not suffering because I like to accumulate during the accumulation phase, right? I don't get scared by the news, by things bleeding and stuff like that. When I see red in the market, I'm just as bullish as when I see green in the market, because it's a signal for me that I can DCA some more. Now, that's not financial advice, but that's what I prefer to do, right? So you just have to kind of open your mind and just kind of see opportunities, really, because if you're waiting for Jasmy's price to pump, it's going to be sideways, it's going to crab, it's going to be boring for 6 to 8 more months. There'll be minor moves up, minor moves down and stuff like that. That might seem big in the moment, in the micro, but at the end of the day, accumulation phase is boring, and that is designed that way to shake people out. The people who, this is the phase, this is why they say that millionaires are made in the bear market, not in the bull market, right? Because this is the time that the future millionaires for the next bull run, they're buying in right now when things are like this, right? The people who are not buying in and are waiting for things to start going up and the euphoria and stuff like that, those are the people who buy the bags of the people who bought now. So those are the people who buy high and end up, thinking crypto's a scam and this, that, and the other thing, right? So this is when you want to be accumulating. That's what I'm doing. That's not financial advice, but that's what I'm doing. So just to explain that to you, there is a valid reason. It's not just Jasmy that's sideways and seems down. It's everything, right? A little bit of Algorand news. Now, again, I'm very bullish on Algorand. I hold a pretty big bag. It's one of my biggest holdings. So it is actually, today is their 4th year anniversary for the Algorand mainnet. So that's awesome for them. I still think that Algorand is a great deal right now at 11 cents. I think DCAing into it is giving me the opportunity to continue to lower my cost average. So I continue to DCA into it. I'm so bullish on it. If I can get myself 100,000 Algorand coins, that's what I'm shooting for. So yeah, Algo's a good deal. Very bullish. Great layer 1. Another layer 1 that I'm bullish on, just to kind of give it a little mention here, is Kaspa. As you guys have probably already guessed if you watch my videos, I think Kaspa is going to be fantastic layer one in the next bull market. Caspa has not been through a bull market yet. So this will be its first one. So it's exciting. It's going to be price discovery with no idea where it's going to end up, right? I'm going to guess, I'm going to hope somewhere around $2 would be fantastic. But anywhere around $2 to $5, that's gravy, baby. Some bullish XRP news. Indonesia grants XRP an official tradable status in crypto markets. So it is regulated and safe to buy and sell in Indonesia, just one more country that disagrees with Gary Gensler. So that's the news for the most part. Now, into some of the comments and questions and stuff like that in the comment section. Firstly, I went to go see The Flash last night, so it was like a 10 or 10:30 start or something. It was a late movie, so when I got home at like midnight or whatever, 12:30, there was one comment on one of my videos, and it said something to the effect of don't listen to YouTubers, they're all liars and stuff like that. And I want to be as sincere with you guys as I possibly can be when I tell you my channel is not sponsored by anybody. No exchanges, no cryptos. I make no money from running this channel. $0. That is full transparency. Nothing, right? I talk about projects that I'm bullish on. I run this channel because I was just thinking the other night about it. When someone from Australia had made a comment about my Canadian accent and stuff, and in that made me, sit there and think how cool it is for me to be able to build a community or have a community with you guys and I was looking at where some of you guys were from and stuff like that, and it's just from every corner of the world, and it was just phenomenal to me, the idea of it. Being in Canada, there's a lot of people, over in the States, in LA and stuff like that. There's people in Australia, there's people in Japan, there's people in the UK, there's France is one of the largest cities that subscribes to my channel. France, yeah, I had no idea. Shout out to you guys, man. And I thought it was so awesome that there's such a diverse community that we are building together, that we can chat, and when I start doing live streams where we can all joke around, we can have a good time, because the world is it's a complicated place, especially these days, and it's so much negativity out there, and to be able to build a community, bring people together where we can all get along, and we will get these odd people who will say things like that, right? So the negative things or whatever, but they don't have to stay. No one's making them watch the videos. No one's making them jump into the live streams. No one's making them stay if they feel that way, right? But I'm being transparent with you guys. I make no money doing this channel. I have no motivation to lie to you guys. We have 208 subscribers, which, by the way, guys, it does mean so much to me that you guys are subscribing. But me talking about Jasmy or Caspa with my 208 subscribers is not going to pump my bags, right? It's not. BitBoy's got over 1 million, and him talking about something wouldn't pump his bags enough. Like, I pale in comparison. I have zero motivation to lie to you guys. I get paid nothing, right? That's full transparency. Who's going to sponsor a channel with 208 subscribers? Come on, realistically, right, guys? So everything that I talk about here is stuff that you guys request. It's stuff that I enjoy talking about. The projects I enjoy talking about. I take requests from you guys. I enjoy that because I don't see a lot of channels doing that, right? I watched, I'm not going to point him out, but I used to watch this one channel, and he would do like a Q&A session at the end of his, and then people would say, ask him questions. They'd pay super chats and they'd ask him questions like, can you look at, Kadena or whatever project? And he would just say, no, I'm not looking at that. It's like, okay, well, the person gave you money to kind of look at it and stuff like that, and all you're going to say is, no, I'm not going to look at it. And that kind of upset me a little bit. And, I wanted to create a place where you guys could request me looking at these things, doing deep dives into these projects, and then letting you guys know what I think about them, right? And I also like to answer the questions I get asked a lot. I did in the last video this morning about meme coins and airdrops and stuff like that. Like I love to talk about this stuff with you guys. I like sometimes you guys educate me to things, or sometimes you guys turn me like I didn't know about as much as I do now about Jasmy before I started this channel. You guys turned me on to Jasmy, and now I am so bullish on it. So it's not just me teaching you guys, it's you guys are teaching me too, right? And turning me on to these projects and stuff as well. That's why I enjoy taking the requests and doing these deep dives, because I learn too, right? So I don't have any motivation to lie to you guys, or anything like that. Um, and then there was another comment on one of my videos on Twitter. I had shared it on Twitter, and the guy had called Jasmy a rug. And I can't stress enough that, like, you very clearly haven't done any research into what Jasmy's doing. This person doesn't even know what rug pull actually means, right? It's used so incorrectly these days. And I can understand how somebody might feel that because when they launched it was like $4, and then they just released all the 95% of the tokens into circulation. I can understand how someone would be upset by that and feel like they had been screwed in some way. Now, in saying that, there's two ways of thinking about it. Yes, for the people who bought in early are going to be upset by that, but the people who are buying in now, and I mean, if I was one of them, right? If I had bought in when it was around $4, and now it's so cheap, what I would be doing personally is I would be taking the opportunity to lower my cost average, right? To bring it all the way down, so that I would be DCAing every week or whatever it is, every month, so that I could bring down the cost average of, and then you end up making that money back unless you sold, right? You only lose when you sell. So there's that way of looking at it. And the other way of looking at it is, from my perspective, and a lot of you guys, is that the price is so low now that I can DCA, I can buy in, and I don't have to worry about them dumping on the market, because more than 95% is already in the circulating supply. So that's super bullish for me. Like, don't get me wrong, I like H bar and stuff like that, for example, right? I love H bar. I have a lot of H bar as well, but they have their releases, where they release more and more into the market as we go. And I have to always be aware of that, right? So what I do is I look at that as an opportunity to DCA more in whenever they do that and bring the price down a little bit. But let's just, answer some of those questions and comments and stuff, guys, give you guys a little bit of perspective. If you guys want to reach me, I always put my email address down below, where I can be reached at for whatever business inquiries or questions, or whatever you guys want to talk about. And again, you can put in the comments down below. Shoot me a subscribe, guys. I love the fact that we're over 208 subscribers now. I'd like to get to 250. Let's keep growing this community out so we can do some live streams and stuff and converse. So subscribe would be fantastic, and shoot me a like, you guys. Greatly appreciate it. Let's get it pushed out there. The algorithm, get it in front of more eyes. Like, I do a lot of Jasmy and Kaspa and XRP stuff, and we got to get it in front of more and more eyes, right? So let's shoot the likes in there, and greatly appreciate that, guys. But thanks. Have a good night, guys. Like and subscribe.